So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who had joined us from around the world. I hope you guys are having a great time at Data Geeks Saturday, South Florida so far. So this session will be about personalized report visuals in Power BI service. So let's get started. For those who don't know me, I'm Thimantha Vidanagamage. I love working with Microsoft data platform technologies such as Microsoft Power BI, Azure Analytics Services, and Azure Data Factory. So the most important thing out of all the details that you see in the screen right now is my Twitter handle at ThimanthaV. So please follow me on Twitter at ThimanthaV. Moving to the agenda for today, firstly, I will take you through a brief introduction to the personalized visuals feature in Power BI. And afterwards, I'll be wrapping up this session by showing you how to personalize report visuals in Power BI service. Personalized visuals. Personalized visuals is a feature in Power BI that allows end users to customize visuals in Power BI service as per their preference. For this, the end user does not need any kind of edit permission, any kind of edit permission. It just some kind of access to basically simply access the report. Any kind of access in which the user can access the report will be sufficient enough. So it does not specifically need to be an edit permission. So that's the key advantage of personalized visuals. So next up is the demos. So I have two demos in place. The first demo is a developer demo, which is personalized visuals feature in the developer's point of view. And the next is the end user demo, which is the personalized visuals feature in the end user's point of view. So moving on, let's look into the developer demo. Right. So as a developer, So as a developer, I had developed this Power BI report, which is annual sales report, to fulfill a specific requirement of an end user. Now, I need to enable the Power BI personalized visuals feature for this particular report. So how do I do that? So the first thing to do is navigate into the file option on the top left-hand side of your screen and go navigate to options and settings. And in options and settings, click on options, and you will be directed into a separate window called options. And in the options window, scroll right down into the current file, and under current file, you should see an option called report settings. So click on report settings, and once again scroll down in the report settings options. And in the report settings options, you should be right at the bottom. You should be able to see a report setting called Personalized Visuals. Allow report readers to personalize visuals to suit their needs. So all you need to do is just tick on it, just select on it, and click on OK. Right. So now we have enabled the personalized visuals feature in our specific Power BI report. Now, next up, as a developer, I don't prefer giving access for the end users to modify all these report visuals and modify all the report visuals that you see right here. I want to set up a certain specific restriction for these end users so that for them to personalize visuals into a restricted set of visuals. For that, so for example, in that case, you can take this ear filter that you see in the top right-hand side of your screen, which says here, right? So this ear filter, I don't want my end users to manipulate this ear filter or modify or personalize this ear filter as per their preference into some kind of visual or anything like that. I want it to be consistent throughout the reports. no matter whatever the changes they do to the rest of the visuals. It should be consistent throughout, and the end user should not be allowed to personalize this visual or personalize this filter in the Power BI report once it's published to Power BI service. How do I do that? How do I restrict that? Head into the format pane, just select on the filter or select on the slicer and head into the format pane in the right-hand side of your screen. And in the format pane, scroll right down and you should be able to see an option called visual header. I'm sorry, not visual header. It should be personalized visuals. I guess it's because I had disabled. I might have to restart, reopen this file once again. So let me just do that and see how it works out. So I would just close this. And I would open my report once again from my end. Just because I did some setting changes to my report, there might have been a situation there. So just looking into that right now from my end, and let me quickly open that report once again.
While that's opening again, we did have a question. Is the the personalized visuals, is that feature only at the report level, or can it be done at the dashboard level too for the end customers?
It's for the moment, it's only a report level feature, and dashboard level, you don't specifically have that feature. But once again, like you can personalize your visual in the report level, and you can refer it in that personalized visuals in dashboard. So indirectly, you can say that you can use the personalized visuals feature in dashboards as well, but it's not directly available for you to jump right into a dashboard and to you can't personalize visuals that you can't jump right into a dashboard and personalize visuals there. You should personalize visuals in the report level always, and then refer that specific visual into the respective dashboard. Yeah, hope that's clear enough.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
All right, great. All right, so I have opened my report back again, and I would be, all right, so it's open right here, and I would go to the format pane. And right, so it's in visual, I'm sorry, that was a bit of confusion made by me. So it's under visual headers, there is an option called personalized visuals. It's right at the bottom. So it's very right at the bottom, so you should scroll down even more, and you can see something called personalized visuals, right? So how you do that? Once again, just to recap on what I was trying to do. So I just want to make the filter or the slicer consistent throughout the report. I don't want as a developer, I don't want the end users to personalize this slicer as per their preference. So I just want to keep it consistent. So to do that, what I'll do is I'll be selecting on this particular slicer, and after selecting on the slicer, I would head down into the format pane and scroll right down into visual header. And in the visual header, you have several options under visual header, and what matters in this case is the personalized visuals option. So it's right at the bottom when you scroll down. So just click on. It should be off. So if you turn it on, that means the end user can personalize the visuals. So I would turn it off, which means the end user cannot personalize this visual anymore. So that's about it for when it comes to report level or visual level restrictions that you can place on personalized visuals. So when it comes to you can also set up restrictions in the report page level for personalized visuals, which means that you can restrict the end user from using the personalized visuals feature in a specific page in a Power BI report. How in a specific page in a Power BI report. So how do you do that? First thing, just deselect on whatever you have selected in this particular report, and afterwards just move back into the format pane once again. And in the format pane, you should, right at the bottom when you scroll down, you should be able to see an option called Personalized Visuals once again, Personalized Visual. So all you need to do is just turn it off if you want to restrict, if you don't want your end user to personalize visuals in this particular page. And if you want them to personalize visuals, just make sure that it's turned on. So that's about it in terms of restrictions that you can place to personalized visuals as a developer. Right. So after the development and after the specific modifications and enabling configurations that I had done, so after the specific features that I enable for to use, after the modifications I have done to this report, next what I'll do is I would just publish this report to Power BI service. So the report is published right now to Power BI service. As you can see here. So I had just kind of minimized this window so that it's clear enough. I'm having some kind of issue with my second screen, so sorry about that. So I'm just making sure that it goes on smoothly to make sure that the demos go in the Power BI service goes on smoothly. I had just minimized the screen a bit, the window browser a bit for Power BI service. So I had published the report right here to Power BI service, as you can see right now. The next thing I'll do is I just want to make sure that the personalized visuals feature is enabled in here in Power BI service for this particular report as well. To make sure that it's enabled, what you want to do is just click on the more options, which is the ellipsis right next to the report name, and click on the settings option and scroll right down into the bottom. And when you scroll right down into the bottom, you can see the option before the last option called Personalized Visuals, allow report readers to personalize visuals to suit their needs. And just make sure that it's turned on. And if it's turned on, that means that the personalized visuals feature is not enabled for this particular report. So it's turned on in my case, so that's about it. So as a developer, I had developed this report and enabled the personalized visuals feature for the end user to use. So that ends our developer demo. And next up is our end user demo. And let's head right into it. So the end user demo. Now, the developer had developed the report for me, and it's available for me to use in Power BI. In Power BI service. As an end user, now while I have accessed this report, and what I want to do is I see this particular visual in my top right hand side of my screen saying sales breakdown by segment. So I don't specifically like this kind of a visual, so I want to change this visual into a bar chart, right? So what I'll do is I would head right into that visual. I would just hover over that visual and just click on the personalize this visual option. Once you are in the visual header, once you hover over that visual, and after clicking on the personalize this visual option, I would get an option to personalize this visual. Right. So how I do that? How I did that, once again, if I just show you, just hover over the visual and you should be able to see the visual header options right at the top of the specific visual, and just make sure that you select the personalize this visual option, and you should be able to get the option to personalize your get the a window to personalize your visual as per your preference. So in this case, what I want to do is I want to just change this visual into a bar chart, right? So I would just head right into the visualization type and change this visual into a clustered bar chart. And the next thing I want to do is the segment column right here is in the legend, and I want to move this into the axis, right? So I would just click on this segment and I would move right, sorry about that. And I would just drag and drop it into the axis. So you can see that I moved the segment column or the segment attribute from the legend to the axis. And you can see my bar chart in a very clear way in the right-hand side of your screen. After I had personalized this visual. So there are many other options in which you can personalize the visuals. You can add in tooltips. You can use the small multiples feature as well, which is another very exciting feature in Power BI. And you can change the value fields that you had you had referred in the specific visual. You can update the legend. You can update the axis as I did just now, and you can change the visualization type. So there is a variety of options in terms of how you can personalize visuals specifically for this visual. So that's just something for you guys to shed some light on you guys in terms of how to personalize visuals as an end user. So after doing that, so I had personalized my visual right now, and I want to make sure that it's available for me every time I access this report, right? So for that, we'll need to create a bookmark. How do I create a bookmark? At the top of the report page, you can see an option called Personalized Bookmarks. You can see an option called Bookmarks. And when you click on the drop-down arrow in that particular bookmarks option, you can see the something called Personalized Bookmark. You can see an option called Personalized Bookmarks, and inside personalized bookmarks, so when you click on the bookmarks option, you can see personal bookmarks, and under personal bookmarks, you can see an option to add a personal bookmark. So what we'll do now is add a personal bookmark. So I just click on the add personal bookmark option, and what you want to do is set an appropriate bookmark name for the bookmark. So I would call this as my sales report for now. And I don't want to make this a default view. By the default view, what it would do is every time I access the report, my default view will be this view with the personalized bar chart on it. So I don't want that to happen. So I want to access it whenever I need it. So I would not keep that as a default view, and I would just create the bookmark for that. Right. So the bookmark is created. And what I'll do now is I would just come back into my workspace. Sorry about that. I would come back into my workspace. Right. So a bit of situation with my screen. So I'm trying to just get my scroll bar on. So let me just have a look. Right, so I can see the demo workspace right here. Sorry, just having a situation with my screen today. Right, so I had accessed my demo workspace once again. Come back into my demo workspace once again. I would access the report as I did previously. And you can see that the report had not changed, and the personalized report visual had not changed, and you basically have the same donut chart as you had previously. Now, in order to access this personalized view in this report, what you want to do is just click on the bookmarks option, and under bookmarks, just click on the bookmark, the personal bookmark that you created, which is the My Sales Report bookmark. So I will click on that, and you can see the personalized visual, the personalized view with the personalized visuals feature is updated accordingly. So I hope you guys got a good understanding of the personalized visuals feature, and in terms of the responsibilities of an end user and the responsibilities of developer in terms of getting the maximum out of the personalized visuals feature. So thank you very much, guys, for joining my session, and please provide me with the speaker feedback with the Data Geeks Saturday feedback link, or you can use my personal QR code to provide me with feedback. Just feel free to provide any feedback that you prefer. Your feedback is really important for me to be a better speaker day by day. So please provide me with some feedback, and I would definitely consider I would rather prefer if it's even negative feedback, which would really be useful for me to understand my flows and understand to be a better speaker in the coming future. So thank you very much, guys, and please provide me some feedback as I told you previously. So thank you very much.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. We do have one more question. Is can the user personalize the values they see within the visuals? For example, instead of sales, users prefer to see forecast if it's available?
Yes, that is definitely possible. So you can shift between values as per your preference, and you can shift between attributes as per your preference. So that option is definitely available.
Okay, great. Thank you.